The result of this game is something I felt in the back of my mind was coming, but I could not admit it to myself. I stuck with my preseason prediction and thought the Chiefs were going to win. There are not tons of these people out there, and I'm not going to act like it's every person saying this, but anybody who's blaming it on Mahomes and saying he should have done more either doesn't know football or didn't watch the game, and you are a hater. I, as someone who's clearly not a fan of Brady, can admit he's the GOAT, and no one will ever pass him. People who blaming Mahomes on this game, hating on his rapid success, need to be objective and relook at this game if that's what they've been saying. Mahomes had no time in the pocket. On 51% of the times he dropped back, he was pressured by only a 4-man pass rush. The Bucs never had to blitz. They only managed 3 sacks, but you rarely saw Mahomes have time to throw the ball. They played cover 2, sent 4, and the Chiefs never even had time to take the top off that cover 2. He scrambled for 497 yards on a toe that needs operation, surgery, whatever word you want to use to describe it. Tyreek in the first quarter, ball goes through his hands on a touchdown pass. Mahomes made some miraculous throws. Let's not act like he didn't. Third down conversion, big drop by Travis Kelce early in the game. Chiefs maybe drive a little bit and don't give the ball right back to the Buccaneers. Then at the end of the game, when things are still slightly in reach, you go back to the Patriots-Falcons Super Bowl, 28-3 or whatever the hell that was. Early in the fourth quarter, Mahomes, 4th down, rolling out, lying on the ground almost, throws sidearm to the end zone, goes through Darrell Williams' hands and hits him in the face mask. He made the crazy throws we expect him to make. It just happens on those crazy throws, his receivers didn't come through. Points that could have been on the board made the game a little different, but the people that are hating or criticizing Mahomes, I think, are ridiculous at this point. You can also say that Mike Rimmer sucked. You can talk about how bad the tackle play was, but the Chiefs did them no favors. If you notice, most of the time, they were just letting their backup offensive tackles drop back in pass box situations. They didn't give them extra help from a tight end. They didn't give them extra help from a chip from the running back. And they were letting JPP and Shaq Barrett take the tackles back to elementary school. It was embarrassing to watch from a scheme standpoint. They also did not attempt to pick the Buccaneers apart from underneath. It just wasn't there. The Chiefs' game plan in this game offensively was mind-boggling. I understand last time they were able to destroy the Bucs over the top, but they just weren't letting that happen. And then they weren't helping their offensive tackles, who are clearly hindered. Your 2 starters aren't there. You lost Lorraine Tardin. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Before the season even started, you should have known that you needed to help out your offensive line play. With some type of chip, leave a back in there, please. Don't make Mahomes run for his life. But let me address more of the Bucs since I've talked a lot about the Chiefs. The Buccaneers defense deserved the MVP for that game. If it was possible to give that award to an entire side of the ball, they should have gotten it. They allowed the offense to play their game. Brady never had to press to make throws, and they were able to just do their thing. They were dominant on the run there a little bit in the second half when Leonard Fournette got going, Ronald Jones got going a tiny bit. The Bucs were never put in tough field position, never had to go get down and get a score, and the offense simply was just needing to execute. Chiefs were first in offensive yards during the regular season, 6th in average points per game, and the Bucs made them look like first graders. It also needs to be acknowledged more how good the Buccaneers offensive personnel was coming into this game. I understand all year they never really put everything together, but when you think about it, Antonio Brown, future Hall of Famer, Mike Evans, bona fide stud, one of the only receivers to go 7 seasons in a row with 1,000 yards, Chris Godwin, Bruce Arians saying he's getting his contract. Then you have Rob Gronkowski, a backfield with a former Pro Bowler, former, was it top 5 pick or something like that? And then Ronald Jones to go along with it. And as the season progressed, they all seemed to put everything together. Then he also had the burner, Scotty Miller. This is, in my opinion, one of the most talented offenses to ever step foot on a Super Bowl field. And that's why they were able to look so dominant against the Chiefs, which didn't come in with a great game plan. And on the offensive side of the ball, were very injured. The Bucs are a team that struggled at the beginning of the year, had to deal with COVID, but then put everything together when it mattered. And even me, a Brady hater, can admit it was special to watch the way they culminated throughout the season, kept on building upon a loss, turned that into a win, and it wound up working out for them. You got to give them him credit at the end of the day. That has been the video. Let us know what your thoughts on the Super Bowl are. Do you think Mahomes deserves the blame that he's receiving? What do you think about Brady? Do you think he deserved the MVP? Should someone on the defense have gotten it? Just let us know. And if you want to subscribe, that would really help us out. 71 subscribers. Maybe one day we'll hit 100. And we will see you in the next one.